December what
14th.
14th? Yeah. Okay. This is December 14th, and we pissed the fuck off, man. We got like 6 pages of shit that we trying to get through. And yeah, I've been drinking because this shit pisses me off, dog. I mean, my thing about this shit is that, men are logical, right? So when illogical shit pops up, how do you feel about that shit?
I itch a little bit.
It's kind of frustrating, right?
Yeah, I don't have the energy for it,
It's
honestly.
like a fart
I
that
don't.
won't come out. It hurts your back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what makes sense doesn't coincide with what doesn't. So those two can never achieve anything. You know what I mean?
All right. And you're right, dude. You know, I see a lot of brothers out here trying to make sense out of nonsense. Why? If it doesn't make sense to you initially, leave that shit the fuck alone. Why are you burning energy and brain power trying to figure out why this counterintuitive bullshit makes sense? Once you make sense out of nonsense, understand you're crazy. You're down with them.
Yeah,
Pretty much, right?
pretty much. In other words, what he's saying is that when something is displayed that's just foul or just wrong, don't try to justify it. Just call it for what it is. You know, if you're trying to justify what someone doing is clearly wrong, then obviously you are pacifying or perpetuating what they're doing.
And then you have to notice the people that just don't know no better.
Mm-hmm.
I got into this discussion the past couple of weeks. I understand there's a great deal of people out here, however their circumstances, how they grew up, they weren't afforded, um, a great deal of opportunity to be, for education and to live safely in a house somewhere where ain't nobody trying to take their manhood or womanhood because mom chose a bad guy. Um, there's a lot of people out here that are uneducated. This is one of the reasons why I hate politics and all of these people that, especially all these black people. There's nothing wrong being educated in any area of whatever your area expertise is. There's nothing wrong with that. But when black people are speaking to black people, I'm not saying that you got to jive talk somebody, but you talking politics to somebody from the south side, a little boy from the side, he don't know what the hell you're talking about because he's not educated. So
Right.
the people I've been talking to are psychologists, and they are welcoming with open arms with everybody. And even Nick Cannon said on his little thing, he doesn't he everybody should be let out of jail. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Just send them all to college. I'm like, dude, there's some people that actually have mental problems, and then
There
and
are people that like
yeah,
to
yeah,
be criminals.
yeah.
Like
It's people that like to be.
that's how out of
That's
touch motherfuckers
right.
are,
This is how
man.
out of touch people don't talk
God
about. When the
damn,
last
man.
time you seen anything where somebody talk about good and bad, or bad or good and evil? You don't see it no more. They making it as everything is okay to do.
It's
Uh,
a good point.
you can't say
As long as
anything.
you could justify it, right?
You don't even have to justify it no more because
People not
no
gonna judge
diss
you.
to women and gay people. They have made it that way um, for the elites. Basically, they like to have sex with women and boys. So let's let the boys and the girls do whatever they want, and we'll support them. And everybody else that is against that, we'll allow everybody to sue them. You can't say anything anymore. You can't say nothing, and that part that's the part of what's going on in society that pisses me off. I don't. You have to elevate yourself from whatever situation is that you don't like. Just like the Klan. I I appreciate the fact that they can say whatever the hell it is that they want to say. It's up to me to let it bother me or to educate
Mm-hmm.
myself further and to understanding that um being put in slavery wasn't just them. It was some black people that did that shit too. You know, it's just a whole long story. You have to educate yourself and know what's going on. But but all this started was because I was trying to say, even the people that you have to help the people that need that's trying to get the help. Everybody else, you just gotta leave them. You just gotta leave them. Don't waste your energy on all of them people that's trying to turn a bush into a tree, because there's a bunch of them out here. You can't tell a woman she beautiful. Why you objectifying? But you
can't tell them to smile.
If you tell them you should take all that stuff off, you know, you beautiful.
They're gonna attack.
They're gonna let you have it.
They're gonna attack.
They're gonna let you have it, and
it really fucks me up.
Just let them do it. Let them do it, and they can burn their edges off and go bald, and their hair can never grow back. Let them ruin their natural beauty and their natural look. Let them ruin it.
The only reason why we tell you shit is to help you the fuck out. But if you don't respect what men say, if you don't trust what men say, you're gonna burn the fuck up.
This is why we have to start. This is why the discussion I was having, I was trying to explain. When you become an adult, you got to fix your own shit. No matter what your situation, you gotta learn how to deal with this. You may have been in a fucked up situation, and it takes time to do whatever the hell. But until you get started, you ain't gonna never start. But you have to get started. And understanding and being able to survive out here and understand that we all got the same organs and die the same way, shit, piss, drink, eat, and there's no such thing as racism. And
these motherfuckers don't give a shit
for yourself.
Nobody's gonna understand shit. So now dog.
We have to take the children, all the new children, and teach them different now. Everybody else, let them sit over there and burn up there by themselves. Take the children now. So the children, and teach them children the right way, and then so forth, and and then their children after that, they can teach them that shit, and it just repeats the cycle.
How do you get the fucking children to teach them when 97% of them are given to the mother? We have videos on our page that show black men trying to be fathers, but the woman won't let them, and they use the system for their muscle. So how do you do that, dog?
You can't. You have to. You can't really beat the system like that unless you got bread. Unless your bread is long, you can't really beat the system. When it comes to that,
you're still not.
Yeah, you're not guaranteed.
There's no.
Shit.
No, you can
even if you got bread.
But no, here's what I'm saying.
It's
right?
all about knowing who and buying the right.
I get what Big Country is saying,
attorney and all that crap.
If you have to fight for something that's yours, you've already lost anyway.
Right.
There is no victory.
Absolutely.
So are the kids yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why you got to fight for something that's yours?
So, but I mean, this is why
going on.
Yeah, this is why the black race is decimated. You know what I mean? And like I said, one thing about social media is that it magnifies everything. It gives everyone a platform, but it magnifies everything. So it's like there are no secrets anymore. Like everyone knows who's responsible for what. So at this point, for anyone to act as if they're oblivious as to why most men have opted out of dating or just really stray away from most Americanized women, it's just a joke at this point for people to act as if they're out of touch. You know what I mean? So whether you're naive or whether you're in denial or just trying to cover it up or pacify it, consequences will be the same anyway.
We're supposed to take it like
right.
A couple people. I've been going at it. I be forgetting to get y'all in the conversations, but ever since that one comment I made 3 weeks ago, they've been on me, and I keep forgetting to get y'all in on the conversation.
Welcome.
And I just keep trying to explain. I'm like, this is super simple.
No.
I don't understand why you don't understand to not go to a gunfight with a bat. You just don't do that. So you want me to not say nothing because it might offend you.
But they're free to say whatever they want.
But you're free to say whatever the hell you want to say to me. But I can't say shit. That's in your benefit. That will possibly save your life.
Here is America and their women right now. They will go ahead and hit you in your eye, hit you in your shoulder, hit you in everywhere, hit you in your gut, The minute you be like, yo, I'm gonna react to this shit,
Yeah, you the bad guy.
then they be like, oh, look, he trying to hit a woman.
Right.
This is some really evil shit, dog.
Yeah.
When they know that you can't retaliate and they go ahead and do transgressions against you because they know you can't fuck with them, and they use this system because you know what? I got a lot of shit to say, man, and I got it right here. So as soon as y'all let me go, I'm gonna go.
And I use, people don't know why I say this all the time, but I always bring up the bear scenario. And fellas, the reason I bring up the bear scenario is explain this to a woman. And if she still fights you, bail. Bail hard.
Dudes don't
I'm
know
talking about
that shit, man.
like keep a parachute with you. I don't
Lot
care
of
if you
dudes don't
got
know
a
about
bail
that
from
shit.
3 feet. Jump the 3 feet and pull the ripcord. Bail.
3 feet.
If a woman
1
will
meter.
justify, 1 meter. If you jump in 1 meter, just take the parachute anyway. Because if a woman doesn't understand that a man ain't gonna fight a bear, but she gonna try it,
That's a dumb motherfucker, dog.
We was just talking about this the irrational behavior and the stupid shit that women believe. Why would you put yourself in a situation where you cannot triumph?
Check this shit out.
Physically, why would you put your hands on a man? Men don't do this to other men. Men make a calculated decision before they approach other men. And, men are extremely polite. Women, if you never know, if you're walking outside, men, hey, how you doing? Men will help open up doors for other men. Men are very polite because shit can go south real quick off a bad look or bad anything. And men can be, we're naturally, we don't have to work out. We're strong already. And we're built to deal with a bunch of shit.
That's our nature, right?
We built to deal with a bunch of shit.
Our nature is to be strong, right?
So why, if you ever find yourself in a situation trying to justify simple shit like that, and a woman, she's trying to fight you, like you trying to tell her, don't go to the club wearing a skirt, because we have a serial skirt. Yes, sir, short skirt. There's a serial rapist over there. They rape women with short skirts on. I can wear what I want to wear. Bail.
Get the fuck out of there.
Bail.
The fuck out of there. Because you can't change the world, but you can do some things for yourself to protect yourself, right?
Yeah.
But women are like, why should I have to protect myself? Nobody should be trying to rape.
Yeah, nobody should be trying to rape nobody, but
that's the truth.
This is not the place we live in.
But motherfuckers be raping. So why would you try to provoke that shit?
See, this is why the good and bad thing I just
and they're gonna try to fuck us up for victim shaming.
Yep.
Whatever the hell that is.
Whatever that is. I don't know what that is.
It's victim shaming.
I know what that is. I'm just saying, even though they explain it, I'm still gonna say whatever the hell that is.
Victim shaming is supposed to be when somebody wears like a very short skirt and a guy decides to rape their ass. You know what I'm saying? And we say, yo, you shouldn't have wore that short skirt, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But men know the world.
Don't aid in helping somebody rape you.
Listen, nobody should eat your body. But if you wear a steak bikini out in the African wilderness, they're going to eat
somebody's going to eat your body.
You're going to be like, nobody should be trying to eat me, blah, blah, blah.
And then you're just dinner time.
This is real life, folks. This is real life. But I think that America right now has garnered or made a society where women can do whatever the fuck they want to do and still live a gracious life. We can't do that. No, we'll be homeless.
They ain't worried about us. They worried about being able to fuck little boys and girls. That's why they have shit the way that they have it. And it's just it's that simple. We have to break free from that shit.
Feminists are always talking about sexist and things like that, but we know that women teachers who molest their students,
and it's been running rampant. I don't know why I don't see none of this on the news. I see it on social media news.
No, because it's sexist. They're like, yo, he's a lucky guy. He got to hit that hot ass teacher, even though he's 13 years old.
That's still I
Yeah.
don't.
But if a man did it, they'll castrate his ass and fucking shoot him in the mouth.
I don't want nobody. I can understand that whole male macho thing. I don't want nobody doing that shit to my son. Hell no. My son, 10 years old. He about to be, his teacher right now. She nice.
Yeah.
She's real nice. But if she, I'm gonna
try to kick her in the knee.
Nah, dude. I'm a flip if something happened to my child. And I'm not gonna be like everybody else. This is why, you'll find out it ain't about the money. Because I ain't gonna stop. All them people that stop after they got their check, I'm not stopping. I'm gonna continue to go forward because my son needs to become a man and understand, that whole man and woman body pleasure thing.
This is what fathers do.
It shouldn't be forced on them, like
Right.
This is what fathers do for their sons.
Especially
all right,
at the age where they're so impressionable,
Yeah.
I mean, so imagine this. I was thinking this shit earlier today. I was like, imagine this: a whole generation, let's just say 10 years, of young men or boys born without knowing what the fuck he just said.
That's what I've been. Damn it.
What kind of boys we got now? And they got the nerve to complain about these guys.
And then that's the other thing that trips me out.
Knowing that they raised these motherfuckers.
Y'all raised these skinny jean wearing ass. I'm in my feelings men, and then you're mad at the fact that there's your selection is few. You got to be fucking kidding me, man. Y'all raised them.
That's called being a victim of your own circumstance.
Y'all raised them, and then y'all want to turn around with the help of a couple of other simps. That's Steve Harvey and a couple other simps out there, and y'all want to turn around with the support of them and call a man a punk for not putting up with. You supposed to whatever a woman does to you, you're supposed to put up with it. You're supposed to put up with it because no matter what you say or how you say it, it's going to be seen as negative. And because you have to come with some, like you don't get upset or something. You have to come with the white gloves on, like you're handling stuff real nicely, like it's a computer chip. You just pull the computer chip out, you gotta handle it. Don't touch it with your fingers, get the oil on it. And you gotta handle a woman like that. So you don't, because she's a human being and she didn't mean to fuck all of those 52 guys in a weekend. Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to be relaxed. My child, a whole human life is in danger because of the decision of I'm gonna go to a slut walk this weekend, and then this dude's gonna follow me home and rape me because I was naked at a slut walk. Because we have whores trying to get the respect of women, and ain't no women even stepping up like we don't. That's not us.
That's my problem.
Ain't no women stepping
and
up saying
that's what
us.
we
Yeah,
need
true.
to name this show. Good women are not stepping up saying, "Hey, girlfriend, hey." That's not the move right there.
They're not gonna say it because
hey, girlfriend, why you call it? Don't call my king out like that. Don't do that. He talking pro-family shit. Don't do that. Ain't none of these, and that's why we say all of them. Because the good ones is not checking their girls. Women will never check women.
Hold on.
And that's why it's all of y'all.
I got something for you, legend. This was another thing I was been told by these doctors. And I don't think, and then this is why I like letting people talk. They said, I can't fix it. I can't be. I said, wait a minute, but you're in the field of helping people. If you are in the field, so why would you say you can't tell somebody something? We all have our circles of people.
Because they women first.
I already know it. But I just like catching them up.
They're women before they're black.
When women ain't gonna,
they have no choice but to be black men. All right, they have a choice to be women before they're black. So you know how the women
triple minority, right? Go quadruple minority, all that good stuff. But I try to explain to them. I'm like, so you mean to tell me so you don't want to interfere? You don't want to say nothing because it may come off negative. So you mean it? So this means that doctors shouldn't help nobody, police should not help nobody, firemen shouldn't help nobody, nobody should help nobody. We have to take care of one another as human beings. The
Yeah.
Creator did his job.
Man, if
So
you
we have to keep each other straight. So that's not to say that you're supposed to go out and straighten out the homeless dude on the corner. You got a family. You got close friends. If you
Right.
see one of them, your girl been married for 30 years, and you see she step out on her husband before, and you don't say nothing, that's part your fault. You have to say something, even and let it go. As long as you said something. Everybody gonna do what they
Stream
want
two,
to do,
what up?
and they're gonna do how they want to do it. But I'm not gonna let neither one of these dudes. I see them walking into some bullshit, and I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say whatever I need to say. After that, they can make their own decision.
listen. Yo, I could be like, you got something to say? I could be like, yo, you could say, yo, these men out here shouldn't be doing domestic violence. And I could be like, yeah, you're right. Everybody should keep their hands by themselves.
Mm-hmm. Then you
know
see
what
a
I'm
woman
saying?
beating on somebody.
But if I say, yo, nobody out here should be raping kids, and you say, not all people rape kids, you're a fucking scumbag. All right? Your proper answer should be like, yeah, nobody should be raping kids. But if you like, not all, that means you down with this shit too.
Yep.
Yep.
That's fine.
You trying to circle out of, you trying to make a little shadow that you can get behind,
Trying to keep room for their
so nobody
their-
will blame you.
Yeah.
And that's what this shit is.
Oh yeah.
All right. This shit, if you're a good woman, you should be down with BMV. You should be like, no, nobody should be doing this, nobody should be doing that. We're pro-family. All right? We're pro-family. BMV is pro-family. But the people against us will tell you
They say we borderline hate speech, sir.
that we hate women. You know why? The people that tell you that we hate women are the motherfuckers we talking about. They're guilty. They're
Yep.
guilty.
Yeah, and as far as the Me Too movement, I mean, as far as the slut walk or whatever, I was expecting the Me Too movement to come back and completely like
Hell no, they
attack
want
them.
money, man.
because that's exactly what the Me Too movement was about, though, right? Like, hey, we're not sluts. We deserve to be treated with
No,
class.
the
and
Me
dignity
Too
and respect.
movement was about, yo, I went to an interview and because I was sexy, I got hired. The Me Too movement is this guy over here liked me at work. That's sexual harassment.
Right.
But the slut walk is,
The slut walk is something else. That's sluts.
I get it, but at the same time, the narrative contradicts the Me Too movement.
Right.
Exactly.
And
You know what I'm saying?
ain't no women
It comes
speaking up.
together. It comes together
Yeah.
for this simple fact right here. Like the Me Too movement is like, yo, we're in the workplace and we're getting hit on.
Right.
Okay. And that is against, I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? Like we're oppressed because of that. Like,
Mhm.
yo, we like women and we can't control it. So
What?
the Me Too movement is like, yo, they can't control this shit. We gonna get their ass. We gonna sue their ass.
The thing I sent y'all this week, the white lady that was interviewing the white dude,
Uh-huh.
and she was y'all gotta excuse me, I'm a little sick. But she was trying to make her case that women are treated less than because they're women for whatever reason. And the gentleman was like, you shouldn't be saying this. Men suffer
I saw
in
that.
every category.
I saw it.
They rape more, they experience more violent altercations more, they die sooner because they're working way harder and way longer. They just do
Exactly.
everything is more. And you want to sit up and say you're being objectified? How? You get to do whatever you want as a woman. I don't know if any of these women see this. You can get to do whatever you want. And my great grandmother told me a long time ago, and I've been trying to find a middle ground. She told me, if you are a white man and a woman, she didn't say black, white, Puerto Rican, or whatever, and a woman, and and your life is not great, something is wrong with you.
Something gotta be wrong.
Something is wrong with you.
You know what I thought though, on a personal level, with you two dudes, man. You two great men, because I known y'all since high school. But you know what's fucking crazy to me is that a good-looking woman, like I'm talking about like a 6.5, 7, maybe an 8, maybe a 9, maybe a 10. is single. The fuck is up with that shit?
Something wrong with
Like it's 100,000 people that like you, but you single. What they on, dog?
Dude, that's another thing. Did y'all see that Miles Davis thing? That clip from
Nah.
Miles Davis? Somebody posted, and he was basically he said, if you run across a woman that is only willing to marry you by that government document, he said leave them alone. This
They ain't even trying to get married.
No. But just the fact that he was saying this, and he was talking about black women, and this was back in the 1960s.
Yeah, not a lot.
And I was like, it was a black and white film. I was watching. I'm like, wow, because he used to be married to Cicely Tyson. He's like, I thought she was a better woman than what she was. He said, I loved her. I married her.
I got an Ebony Jet. I got an Ebony Jet fucking cover with Jim Kelly on it.
Jim Kelly.
Yeah, you better keep that. That might
No.
Family
It was just an internet gift. But it's got Jim Kelly on there, and I noticed on the side of that shit, it said, "Why are professional black women so single?"
Serious?
No bullshit.
Wow.
I'm paraphrasing. Don't catch me as a liar. But yo, here's the thing that I want to bring up to y'all. Okay, we were attacked. What's up, MGTOW Universe? No Filter, Extreme 2. Thank y'all for coming out, man. Williams, PCU, dog. Everybody, thank you for coming out. But here's the thing, dog. We got attacked this week. The Facebook page got attacked this week. We're in Facebook jail right now, dog. Here's the thing. And your women, I'm talking about your black women, they're notorious for using the system against you. All right. They went out and they provoked us a lot. So we responded, and then they reported our response. So now we're 30 days out the game, dog. One thing is that we never ever cursed or was, except for one time, we never ever was disrespectful or derogative or anything. Our main choice, our main vision is to show the brothers what the fuck is wrong with these people comments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do right now. And I think I need everybody right now that's watching, that's live and all that, go to our Facebook page, BlackMenVentTV. All right. And I want you to read down the comments that our sisters was saying. All right. And we're the ones that got banned. All right. So now we got to sit out 30 days while these fucking motherfuckers are sitting out there wilding on our page. We can't do shit.
I never understood people that you don't have to, if it's something you don't like I don't watch animals fucking in the
they got hurt.
Country.
We're doing a great job. We're doing a real great job because they would not try to do all this shit if we wasn't. They'd be like, they ain't doing shit. Oh, fuck them. But we hit some heartstrings. And I took the band hammer and I banned like 50 motherfuckers this week, dog. Just today of really animals. Here's some of their. Hey, you asked me that? Hey, yo, I got a lot of their comments right here.
Read them off.
From Pearl. That shit ain't showing up. Because I don't want nobody to say that we making this shit up. Anyway, Pearl Cursell. BlackMenVentTV. Black men are undeserving of respect and loyalty.
What?
The world steals and profits off the buffoonish way that you all act. How do you think K-pop makes so much money?
Who the hell is
And
K-pop?
if you haven't noticed, I don't deal with black men in any way, shape, or form. So it's no acting from me. That's your sister, dog. What you got to say about that?
I mean, you got to appreciate it, you know.
How so?
I've been saying it for years.
Yeah,
Man. You gotta appreciate it because,
Yeah.
like, for all the pro-blackers or
Oh
whoever
yeah,
that are out there,
What
man,
do
like,
the pro-blackers have to say about
you
that?
supposed to take it.
and that's why. Well, they're gonna find a way to blame
They're gonna take it in their
whoever
ass,
the hell they're
dog.
gonna blame. But my
They're
whole
gonna
thing
take it in
is,
their ass so they can maybe get a chance to lick it.
yeah, my whole thing is, I mean, like I said, when black women come out and talk about they're gonna, you know, date, marry white men, I told you I support that movement because that would end racism. You know, everybody will look alike in the next 20 years.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
one movement I would support if white men all of a sudden deem them the best woman to marry or want to be with, whatever. So when they come out like that, you have to appreciate the honesty. And that's why I've said a while ago, we've kind of switched gears as far as here at BMV. We switched the show to really start enlightening men.
Right.
As far as what you're up against. And you have to thank black women for being so bold in their ways to come out and tell you the truth.
Take
Right.
You know, so that way you can make a fair decision as a guy as far as, okay, is this something I want to deal with?
100%.
Yeah, be happy.
appreciate
Look, when these women identify themselves,
Hold on. We expose this shit, and these fucking pro-blacker motherfuckers be like, how can you deny it? They already said, fuck you. You ain't shit. You ain't got shit. And unless you got shit, we fucking.
word up, Tanner. Let them expose themselves. It's, I mean,
Really though, it's so
I call
easy,
it, I
man.
call it early Christmas gifts. If one is cutting up, let them do the dance. Let them do whatever it is. Let them act out.
Dance.
Let them
do the
yell.
dance.
Let them do the stereotypical thing. Let them blame us. Let them do all that stuff. Because the bottom line to all of this, these children that become men and women are in the house.
Those are the real victims.
This woman.
Yeah. In the house with them.
They're producing what this girl, what she said she don't date black men. She produced. If she has a child, she helped produce what she said she don't like.
She had sex with somebody.
She had sex with somebody that she didn't mean to have sex with.
No, she meant to have sex with him.
No. I'm
She didn't mean the outcome.
No,
though.
he's
No.
He's
I'm
role playing, like kind of like.
Oh,
in her.
right.
Go ahead. My
Right,
bad.
because you know, women have 50 million excuses. You know, we all make mistakes. You know, that's one of the national hoe quotes. Yeah, we all make mistakes.
Them Ronnie old quotes.
We all make mistakes. And are you not supposed to be? How are you supposed to learn here? Somebody got to tell you. You fucked too many people. There are whores over there.
Nobody gonna tell them that.
Somebody's shooting over there. How do you supposed to? If somebody in your family or your or mother, father, uncle, auntie, whatever the hell, and you're going to a baseball game. This happened to me with my son's mother. She went to the B96 concert every year, and she was loving it to death. And they changed the venue to the west side of Chicago. I said, do not go over there. I've been going to the B96 kind of.
How can you protect somebody?
I
like
said
that?
it's on the west
You
side
cannot.
of Chicago. Do you understand what that means?
You cannot protect.
I said,
somebody.
and I left it alone. I let it bubble and boil and become what it can. And I was in the house playing the game, and she came in and she was crying and all this stuff. Go ahead and say it. I'm like, go ahead and say what? I said, go ahead and say I told you so. I'm like, I don't tell you shit to say I told you so.
Really though.
Nah, hell no.
I don't do that. That is some crazy ass shit. I don't do that.
They're not going.
If I see you about to put yourself in harm's way, I'm gonna let you know. Just like I'm gonna let them know.
Right.
And it don't have nothing to do with the sex or anything. I love these men right here. These are my brothers. I'm gonna let them know what's up. If I see something popping, I'm gonna let them know what's up. So she went into that thing. But they were groping me, and I was like, no shit, huh? No shit. They were groping the red bone big booty girl. Oh, no shit. I told you that's what was going to happen. It was on the west side of Chicago. And this is what happens. So, man, when you see these women unloading this truth, let them unload it so you can get your early Christmas gift, man. So you can bail out of there as soon as possible. Just bail, dude. It's bail. So they had a post up this week. They asked all the men 35 and over, what advice would you give dudes that in their 20s? Leave these bitches alone. Get out here and get cultured and educate yourself.
Can I do some
and
more?
get away from this madness?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Read them off, Legend.
I'm gonna read them off.
Good point,
man.
BC.
And yeah, you know, the whole thing, the BMV right now is not right now from the jump. Okay, if you're a man aspiring to be a great father or a great husband, I think you need to leave black women alone. Okay. I'm not saying that there's no black woman that could facilitate you in that manner, but is very few. I think that you will waste a lot of your life trying to look for that. What I want you to do is ask whoever you're dating, how is your relationship with your dad? Based on that, you should move forward or get the fuck out of there. All right? Because that's the difference between respecting men and not respecting men.
My mom.
That's the different.
And I fought it for a long time.
I fought this shit too. Hey, yo, me and Jigga was sitting in the kitchen with his moms, and she was like, you need to be equally yoked.
My mom told me the same thing. I didn't know at that time. My mom's like, you need to date women that grew up like you.
Exactly.
And I didn't know what that.
I was like, fuck that shit.
I'm like, at the time, I didn't know what that meant.
No,
and
me
then
neither.
As I got older, I started paying attention. I was like, wait a minute. This girl she ain't got no relationship with her mother or father. Or she's been raped, she's been molested, she's been whatever the hell.
I ain't know nothing about that shit.
It's not. This is where people get offended. We all go through shit. We all go through pain and whatever the fuck.
That's true.
We all go through our whatever the hells. And you don't have no say so in as a child who your mom lets into your life that decides to put their hands on you. Or, as you become whatever, and point in time where somebody put their hands on you. But this all starts from the children. If you raise your children, how you think Klan members they got little babies down there hooded up because children don't know nothing but love. You show me a baby that's mad as hell, that ain't cracking up laughing, that don't know no English, don't know shit. They just came out. They crying, and then once you give them a couple goo goo gagas, they cool.
Dude.
So they have to be taught to hate something.
Yeah. Everybody.
And this is the part that blows my fucking mind when it comes to people telling, "Oh, y'all that's hate. What? We ain't no borderline hate speech. There's no other way for me to tell my son not to deal with a whore other than to tell him what a whore is.
Right.
Plain and simple.
I can't be like, that's maybe a whore.
We have to disseminate. Everybody has to have a name. People who have no moral compass when it comes to sex and they're of the female gender have to have a name separate from our mom. Am I right or wrong?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. There are some women that whore. There are some women that don't whore. We need to go ahead and have a name to disseminate between the both. But if you talk to women, they are all is one is none.
Right.
I mean, fellas, let me hit y'all with some logic, man, like really quick.
Go ahead, do it, dude.
All right, so we all know that majority of black women say with no hesitation that they don't approach men.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, fellas, I'm gonna tell you this. It doesn't matter if you approach her, you're still screwed with that type of woman.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Because
why? Yes, sir. No,
because there's no value, no appreciation. She just doesn't take you serious. Basically, if anyone, if any person will see you or see something and choose not to take initiative to achieve it or whatever, to see what could materialize from it, it's of no value to them. So it doesn't matter if it comes to them or not. Same situation, same consequence, right? And this is why most relationships do not work. They don't materialize into anything because you're dealing with someone whose ideal about relationships or being with you as a whole is based on hypocrisy.
Right.
Right. Now, on one hand, we all would agree that nothing good can come from dealing with a hypocrite. So they got a million ways to explain to you why they believe in hypocrisy, whether they were raised that way, that's their belief, whatever the case may be, it's hypocrisy, right? And it does not work. So you could be the greatest person in the world, and they've already categorized you with just being a man, and that you're someone that they would never take initiative for.
Universe,
you know what I mean? So
dude.
They've ruled out you being a good guy, whatever the case may be. None of that matters to them. All that matters to them is that you basically make the first move. So if someone is going to suppress what could be a lifetime, the best thing that could ever happen to them, and just leave it up to someone else's responsibility, how can you take anything this person says serious?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's insulting for any female who believes this to believe they have a credible opinion when they choose to do absolutely nothing, right?
Yeah.
Like, imagine if somebody is sitting on your couch complaining about being broke all the time, but whenever you tell them to go get a job, they got a bunch of excuses as to why they don't.
Or they attack you.
But then they got the nerve to tell you how you should get up and go to work every morning. How would you look at that person? Same thing with relationships. That's why I look at most females when they try to give an opinion. I'm like, you don't have one. You don't even approach anybody. Like, but you know, the average woman gets approached more times in a day than any man does in a lifetime.
Yeah,
really don't. Yeah,
like for real. So they don't have a credible opinion. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so fellas, understand, it don't matter. Even if you do,
gotta stop listening.
Even if you do decide to approach this type of woman, what are you setting yourself up for?
I think like the approaching of to a woman, because we know a lot of black women are like, I'd rather cook rice one by one than approach a black man. I mean,
one grain at a time.
Yeah, one grain at a time, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of work.
That's how much they hate us. That's how much they hate us. Yo, you want to get married, but you rather cook one rice at a time?
One grain.
You don't value that institution. Get the fuck out of here.
That's horrible.
You're a fucking clown, man.
And here's the thing, that's okay. You know, they don't have to, but fellas,
tell us that shit.
Just realize that. You know, actions speak louder than words.
That's why I was saying. That's why I was saying.
Pay the fuck attention, man.
Take y'all Christmas gifts early. When these women present to you this mess, take it.
Move around.
You ain't got to say nothing to them. You ain't got to explain yourself. You can salute and make sure you got your parachute. They bail from the curb, the window, wherever it is you got to bail from. Just bail. Let them wallow in their own. I keep telling people, there is a place for everybody. Whores have a place, pimps have a place, doctors, they work in hospitals. I don't
Why
know
y'all lying?
All of this stuff, everybody has their place. There are benefits, but you have to accept who you is that you are and what it is that you do. You have to accept that. You cannot be a whore trying to be somebody's wife, like with the slut walk thing. They're trying to uplift all the women. We can be women too, even though we were dancing on a bunch of cocks at some club. And you know, we have a lot of respect for ourselves. And we my fucking ass. How the fuck did you? Why would somebody want a woman who's been with 50 million? Why would any man want that? Why would any man want that? And then you're a stripper. Let's say you're a stripper. You dance. I don't know if anybody can understand the moral part of this part, but this thing. But you put your body on complete strangers, hundreds of them a night, and then you go home and you know, if you suck some dick or whatever for a little bit of exchange or whatever, you did that, and then you go home and you kiss your babies with that same nasty ass mouth, and you kiss your mama because your mama babysat for you while you went to the strip club to make that money, and ain't nobody supposed to say nothing about that because it hurts your feelings.
Don't judge them.
Don't judge them. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you super? Look, and it pisses me off for having to explain certain shit like this, because this is where crime and bullshit comes from.
True that.
If don't nobody tell, if I'm not raised to understand how to use a fork, this is really good. How to use a fork. I see people all the time using forks and they've been in the county or in military.
Yeah, I seen that
It
shit too.
fucking infuriates me.
Nobody
I
taught
cannot
them, no.
stand it.
Nobody taught them.
I grew up in the hood, but at some particular point in time, some influences came into my life and showed me the right way how to hold utensils.
Yeah.
So who am I to get down on somebody for using chopsticks? People go through their shit, man.
You got to be
But
ignorant.
you have to. Shit got to get identified. How are we supposed to know what it is?
Right.
This is a glass.
Okay.
It's not a cup. Most people don't know that.
They gonna try.
But this is a glass.
They trying.
It's not a cup.
They gonna challenge that.
This ain't a mug. This ain't a.
They gonna challenge that.
I know women. They'll challenge it. It can be whatever you want.
What goes up must come down. They
Get
gonna
outta here,
challenge
dude.
that.
Get
You know
outta
they
here.
gonna challenge that next.
We have laws of physics in life. If you jump the fuck off the Empire State Building, you're gonna die.
You're
not
gonna die.
Live. You can. Women be like, oh, you can do whatever you want when you jump off of there. Really? I'm gonna die.
Mark our words. What goes up must come down is gonna be challenged soon. I guarantee it. What you got to
No, you got some more?
Yeah, I got a bunch of shit, man.
Come on.
Okay. Women would be so much better off, and you wonder why there's a BMV. This is why we do BMV. These shits right here is what y'all don't hear. This shit right here is on the BMV BlackMenVentTV Facebook page. I took these shits off of there. All right. Women will be so much better off if we completely rid ourselves of black men. They are honestly holding black women's progress back.
I'm sorry.
All the bitterness, the bad mixtapes,
The what?
Bad mixtapes.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
aggression and violence.
No, go back. Go back.
The weed,
What?
etc. Hold on. That was Pearl. You know what I'm saying? All right. Ashley Clark says black women raise you up from the womb. And somehow don't support you. Make that make sense. Because we posted here it is, the meme. Black women. First at betrayal, last in protection.
Yeah.
So black women raise you up from the womb. Why do you hate black women?
I mean,
I
just
don't hate. First of all, I don't
because
hate nobody.
let me say this.
Go
I'll let
ahead,
you
go
go.
ahead.
Whoever Pearl, whatever was, people like that to me are just not playing with the full deck. You know, it's something seriously. And seriously, I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to be, you know, I'm being sincere. Like they're really not playing with the full deck.
You're not trying to hurt nobody. You're just trying to say.
Because here's the thing. On one hand, you say you're independent. You know, you're already single. You don't need a guy. But then you turn it right around and say that we're holding you back. That makes no sense, right? So
none of this shit.
So with that being said, it's like, look, no one's chasing you. No one is trying to convince you to be with whoever. It's 2018. Most people date interracially anyway, or live their lives however they want anyway. There are more severe situations going on now than be concerned about whatever group of people want to be with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, at this point, I think it's obvious that most black men really don't give a shit about who black women date.
No, man.
They should not. If they
so
do, they
this is the
should
thing,
not, man.
And I try to tread softly when harm has come to people, person, you know, whether it's, you know, PTSD or some type of cancer, any type of trauma to the body. I try to be careful because I haven't experienced that, so I don't know. Ain't nobody asked for no cancer. Ain't nobody went down there and give me the cancer. Women have gotten pregnant on purpose, and people are like, "Oh, it's not on purpose." Yes, it's on purpose because they have 50 million ways for women not to get pregnant. I have a shitload of female friends that are not pregnant and never been pregnant, and they are fucking 40 years old, and for whatever reason, the rest of the world didn't get the memo that you don't have to get pregnant.
Right.
But I've always, and I have never opposed the question, but y'all know R. Kelly been getting some backlash. His wife got on whatever talk show that was and cried and said whatever the fuck.
I got something to say though.
She didn't have to stay there.
Right.
None of these motherfuckers have.
He went on tour and did whatever the fuck, but she's a victim. Now, I'm not condoning any. Don't get it twisted. I don't want to, because I know how people twist shit. But at some particular point in time, he left the house, and she left the house and went shopping and did whatever the fuck and did her dance studio and whatever the fuck. She didn't have to go back.
Right.
What up, Southpaw?
She didn't have to go back. And the reason I was saying that was because I was watching this sex trafficking thing about all these women this week, and I'm like, they don't have to stand out there on that corner.
No,
They can leave, but they're gonna get beat up by some dude.
I'm glad
they're gonna stay out there and do dope and whatever it is that they need to do to make it through sucking 50
Hold
million
on. I'm glad you know. I'm glad you said that shit though. Hold on, man. Hold in. If you got a point after that, Centoya, whatever. I don't know what the fuck her last name is. I'll put it down here. But Centoya Brown, there it is. There's a lot of dumb fucks on Facebook right now. There you go, Tanner. Thank you, sir. Saying that Rihanna and Kim Kardashian, all of that, they are sitting up here trying to rally. There's money coming in to support this fucking murderer. All right.
What are you talking about?
Now, here's the story. I will read it because I wrote it. All right. Dumb fucks on Facebook are collecting donations for it. The story is slanted, and this is why I don't really fuck with liberal media right now, especially on Facebook, because they lie. They fucking lie in order to get you on the bandwagon. I don't like that shit, dude. If the shit is fucked up, I'll jump behind it. If the shit is not fucked up, I'm not jumping behind it. All right. Centoya Brown. Here's the story, man. All right. Their story is a poor sex trafficked teen was picked up by a nasty pedophile who had sex with her. And then he tried to kill her. She had the 40 cal in her purse, and she fucking killed his ass in self-defense. This is the meme that's going around Facebook right now.
So what is the argument here?
Hold on.
Yeah, let him break it down.
That is the meme that's going around Facebook right now. So everybody's like, oh shit, Trump can grab motherfuckers by the pussy. This motherfucker, this sex traffic motherfucker, he tried to kill her. She got to do 51 years. Listen, man.
Women crazy motherfucker.
This is what I learned, man. If you're a smart person, you're gonna go ahead and find the facts. You're gonna research and find out what's the truth about this, and then you're gonna make a decision.
Yep.
But if you're a sheep, if you're a stupid motherfucker, if you one of these pro-blackers, they go, oh, what the fuck, the white blah 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 blah. There it is again. You know what I'm saying? But here's the real story. My man, who was supposed to be the pedophile, that sounds stupid as hell. That sounds fucked up. But anyway, the pedophile in question was found laying on his stomach with his hands under the pillow in a pile of blood, which means that he was shot in the back of the head while he was asleep. Also, they found out that all his money in his wallet was gone. His car got stolen. Every firearm that he had was out of the house. She brought it back to her pimp. She killed him in cold blood. But now they're trying to make it sound like she was a victim.
Right.
This is liberal media right now. And I was down with that shit not too long ago. But I didn't know they was lying, man. You know what I'm saying? There was another one. Do you remember? I don't know. The bitch was like, I fired a warning shot at him in Florida.
Yeah.
I stand my ground doesn't work for black people.
All the bullet holes were head level.
Yeah. She had a record for abusing her guy. There was a bullet hole. She said she fired a warning shot
in the air.
The warning shots go in the air. Warning shots don't go by the door,
Right.
head level. But then you got Facebook, everybody sitting up there like, oh, this the system, this the system, this the system. We at BMV subscribe to truth.
I see you, Terrence Freeman. That's what's up, man.
We subscribe to truth. Even if it hurts, we're strong enough to take it. If we're wrong, we're strong enough to take it.
I want to improve. I don't know about anybody else.
Listen.
My everyday thing is to make myself better than I was yesterday.
Exactly.
So if you need to tell me you're being stupid, I'm not about to go cry in a car. I'm not about to go shoot up a concert in Vegas. I'm not about to do any of that shit. I'm gonna if you are in my circle, family and close friends and all that good shit, and you telling me something, I'm gonna heed to those words and I'm gonna move forward.
Taylor Monet. Black men are so pathetic. A man whining about being protected by women and not even embarrassed about it. Here's the thing.
What do you mean protected?
Here's the thing. The meme went down and it said that black women, first at betrayal, last in protection. Here's the thing.
Protecting part, I don't know why nobody didn't understand that was about the children.
Here's the thing. When people are shitting on your men, you don't know shit about this because you shit on your men
MGTOW,
the exact same way.
Steve Harvey,
the exact same way that the KKK shits on black men. You got it verbatim.
Yep.
You got it verbatim. When somebody says that black men don't ever take care of their children, you should be like, hold on, don't talk about my king like that. Because if we sit up there and say it, then we just defending ourselves. Like, yo, yeah, we really don't take care of our kids, but fuck you for saying that. No, somebody else should be saying like, yo, you out of line, Joe. You wait. That's Chicago, ain't it?
Yeah.
You out of line. Don't say that about my men. Have you ever heard a Mexican lady saying that Mexican men ain't shit?
Nope. They defend no matter what.
When white people go ahead or white races say that fuck Mexicans, don't let them in the. Do you hear Mexican women saying, yeah, you right. Fuck them motherfuckers. We need a wall. No.
No filter.
No. Never. So why does BMV exist? Why does this? Somebody tell me.
Yeah, man.
This is all
this shit right here, man. So yo, you know they ain't.
I've never ran across any culture that does not support their men. The women know their place, and before y'all women even get to going, that just listening to this shit.
It
ain't
fuck
barefoot,
yeah,
naked
fuck
and
them
in the kitchen. It's wherever your place is within your family. Everybody knows their place. I don't want to go in a house where men and women are doing push-ups together. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. But I've never ran across any culture other than the African American culture where there's absolutely no support of any male, period, that is raised by a woman by herself. You raised this motherfucker and you mad. I don't understand. It blows my mind. I can't remember.
Ella Stella was saying that, and that's the shit I was saying. I saw this very same meme on Storefront. On Storefront, the KKK website. Once you go black, you're a single mom. I understand why a lot of white people don't want people to fuck with black people. You know what I'm saying? Because,
but this is
whatever. I don't care.
This is my thing.
Why is my sister saying this shit? Somebody tell me.
For whatever reason, I don't know why any woman, black woman, I ain't gonna say women of color, why you think you have a better chance in dating a white dude. And like Quest said, I don't got nothing negative to say about it.
Hopefully they do.
Go help yourself.
Yeah, support the
movement.
Help
yourself. I already know the outcome of it. I already know. He knows. We already know the outcome if you going to date a white dude. We already know it. Everybody else of the culture, they support their dudes. They already know what's going on. They didn't step out of their place. You know, they got their scragglers because I already know
Mhm.
somebody gonna be like, it ain't all. I already understand it ain't all. We talking about the majority. When
That's
there's a
not-
majority,
yeah.
when there's a majority of something, that's what you focus on
Mhm.
to be able to solve the problem. You have to know where the problem comes from. So black women are out here sexing and fucking and sucking and coming up with all these children for checks and whatever the hell and keeping the dad away and all of this shit.
Have your fun.
And then as in the process of this, they're raising the little girls to, you get out here and you get your education and you get this money and you don't rely on no dude and you don't rely on no black man. And then the little boy, you a man, take it. That's all they do.
Yeah.
That's all they do to the little boy. You a man, just take it. So now, as a result of that, now we have a bunch of skinny jean crying ass fucking men out here. Y'all seen what James Harden had? James Harden had a snakeskin short set
Yeah, I
suit
saw
on
it.
the other day.
I saw it.
Are you kidding me? Oh, he's confident. He's a man. No. Sorry. No.
I mean, look, man, just to put it into perspective, fellas, like, you know, we know what we've endured in this country, slavery, oppression, you know, like everything we still deal with
On a day-to-day
especially-
basis.
especially as black men or black people, right?
Right.
So for black women to run back to these same people who just literally took the chains off our necks and give them
The chains ain't
complete,
even really gone.
give them complete autonomy or control or power over you,
The
the
life and
kids,
death of your child.
your family. That goes to show you what you're up against. And then they turn right around and go march in the streets talking about no justice, no peace.
That's what I'm glad you
To the
said
same
that.
racist white, and then they call the same racist white cops or use the same racist system who just took the
Yes,
chain,
sir,
who just
Mr.
literally
Williams.
took us out of
Yes, sir.
slavery, and go
That's
right
what
back
I-
to them
That's what we've been
and
trying
give
to
them-
say.
and have them take your kids away from you. And
They
give
was
them
like,
complete
yo,
power over your
we
family.
birthed you from the womb. How you gonna say we don't support you?
How many black
Every
men?
time you
right.
call the police or put somebody in the system
So-
for child support, you gave that black man to the system.
Right. So how many black
So
men are in
fuck
jail?
you.
How many black men are in jail by the hands of black women?
Fuck you.
Thousands.
How the fuck? Look,
Thousands.
here's a situation. Have y'all ever heard of this? I will go ahead and boom, boom, hit you. Once you be like, oh, you ain't about to hit me, I'm about to hit you back. And they call up, police, he trying to hit me. You in jail.
Yeah, whether you did it or not.
It don't matter. You
don't
don't
even
even have to do it.
It don't even matter if you actually put your dingaling, and I'm bringing dingaling
So-
back just right now.
If you are
if you
saying
put your dingaling in a girl or not, if she
it doesn't
just-
matter.
If you cross paths with her and she say, and then you be like, yeah, I seen old girl and such, boom, you're the baby daddy. Until the court decides to figure
It
whatever
doesn't
the
even
fuck out,
matter.
you have to pay that
The
money.
public already
You
prosecuted
have to pay that
you.
money.
Yep.
And for whatever reason, I ain't gonna say for whatever reason. I already know what reason it is, for the self benefit of being stupid and wanting to do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do. These black women, you out here destroying yourself for what? Trying to prove what point? I don't understand. You're trying to prove what point to yourself? Because
Listen, man. Listen.
all you're doing is you're destroying these children.
Listen.
These children are growing up and they're becoming a worser you.
They know, they just don't.
Listen. They don't give a flying frog's ass who the fuck they're hurting or what the fuck they doing. Because the moment we said, hey, black women,
Yes,
we
sir.
have these
Yes, sir.
grievances, and if you do this, then the relationship between us will be closer. We can go ahead and pump up this family. They told us to go fuck ourselves. We was like, we don't like the fake hair. We don't like the girdles. We don't like the fake eyelash. We don't like none of that shit. They said, go fuck yourself. So what the fuck are we supposed to do? They don't give a shit, dog.
I'm not going to go fuck.
They're
myself,
gonna
but
are we saying something bad right now?
no, dude.
We're
Yeah.
saying things that will make us come together closer, right?
Mhm.
But they see it as being attacked.
I mean, fellas,
That's
it's
because
like
they black women need the room to fuck up
right.
and do whatever the fuck it is they want to do.
They like that shit.
I've never heard no other woman on the
Nah.
planet say black men ain't shit other than black women. Never heard it. Never heard it.
Never.
I mean, fellas, it's like this, man. If just understand, you know what I'm saying, where your position with them.
You need to
Like,
know your worth, right?
don't waste your time. Don't exhaust your
Do not.
resources, your energy,
Yeah, man.
your time trying to be
You a good
a good
quality
person.
man.
They don't care. You know, they don't define good by the book definition of good. They have their own definition, and that changes probably every day or month or year for them.
He got
So-
the bag. If he got the bag,
Do not put yourself in a position with a woman who wouldn't even come up to you and say hello and pay you a compliment.
exactly.
Sacrifice anything for you.
I
And she
mean,
couldn't do that.
Let's just
Ego.
consider. Let's just put it into
She
perspective.
wouldn't even say
right.
what's up to you
if this
in
woman-
the interest of family.
Exactly. If this woman won't even pay you a compliment and let you know she's interested in talking to you,
Right? Mm-hmm.
she has no business dating you or having your child. Seriously.
Really?
A lot of black women got kids, but yet they won't even approach a guy. There's no math there. There is no logic
That shit don't make sense.
at all. Like, okay, it takes 2 seconds to approach somebody and let them know you're interested. It takes 9 months to have a baby.
But they think that approaching
So,
is they supposed to be like
it doesn't matter what they think.
yeah,
However you want to do
right.
it, that shit is irrelevant. The fact that they choose not to do it, fellas, would you date a woman that you would never talk to? If you looked at a woman wherever you are,
That
store,
shit don't even
club,
make sense.
wherever, and you was like, nah, I never approach her, but that woman happens to come to you, would you go ahead and date her? Because no, you wouldn't. There's no, and so fellas, I just want you to understand who you're mixing with. You're mixing with the woman who carries this type of ideology. This is their thought process.
The
So
same
understand.
one as your enemy.
So ask yourself, what do you expect to get from a schizophrenic? Because we're borderline talking about schizophrenic people right now.
Yeah.
Like it's that
They're
far
logical
left.
people, yeah.
It is that far left. You're legit dealing with a
Trying to
woman
make
who would
sense
never
out of
approach you,
nonsense.
but
Stop
yet
doing
will,
that
will
shit.
date you and have your baby. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So
You
understand,
traditional, but you had a baby out of wedlock.
when a
What?
situation goes left, expect it to, because you're dealing with somebody who never cared to get to know you anyway.
Or doesn't adhere to logic.
Period. So fellas, understand, like, just understand the company you keep, the position that you're in, you know what I'm saying? And I advise you to get with somebody who values you and values family, like we always say. I don't care what race they are.
MGTOW universe. That's a good comment, man.
Come with the nukes.
you know
Terrence, come with the nukes.
Yeah, hit them nukes. It's over, fam. It's over. It's over. But here's the thing about MGTOW, and we got a situation right now because it kind of went mainstream with CNN and all of that. And now we're finding that a lot of our material, men going their own way, is being banned. You know, they want to label it as women hating, but what MGTOW really is just leaving them the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Leave that fucking plan that they got in place for you. Leave it the fuck alone.
But you understand why,
Save
though,
all
right?
your money, spend it on you.
But you have but you understand why, because they need for men to continue to invest in women
Exactly.
in order for all this
We
victimhood,
run that fucking economy.
right, in order for victimhood and all this to work.
Who buys the flowers? Who takes people on dates? Who puts this money into the economy in the interest of getting women? Hold on. We talk about women and dating and shit
That's what
like
I'm
that.
talking about.
Yeah, who puts this money in there? So they need that shit to keep going. So when MGTOW threatens that shit, they're like, nah. We need you to go ahead and keep doing what you're doing so we can exploit you. Okay. But men are waking up to that. Unless they can go ahead and prove that they have something tangible for men in exchange for my marriage or whatever, anything. They don't have anything. Ask a woman right now, what do you have to offer? They're gonna say magic. They're not gonna say anything that you can hold in your hand. They're gonna say loyalty, companionship, shit that is subjective, that could be taken away. Like, if you give me this phone right here, I got this phone. If you give me loyalty, it can be compromised. It's not solid. Okay. So until women go ahead and put that shit forward, this is what it is. It's a new day.
Yeah, to answer your question, MGTOW Universe, yeah. The answer is yes.
Loyalty.
Yeah,
That shit is stupid. Go ahead, dog. My bad, dude.
nothing would exist. I tell the young dudes at work all the time, me and one other person, and they get out on us.
The big stupid motherfuckers, right?
Booty has killed more men than cancer.
Yeah. I will
That
believe
is the
that.
ruler of all death. If you don't understand what that means, there will be no crime. That Spike Lee movie, The Chirac, most people thought that was about to be a documentary about all the shooting
I
and
still
shit.
haven't seen this.
That movie, I haven't even seen it. I already knew what it was about.
Neither have I.
The movie is about if women cut off the pussy, the shit will stop. And if you tell some women, no, that ain't it, because I tell the young dudes at work, these women need to fuck. Y'all have to remember the system that we live in. Y'all have to remember where these problems come from. That's why good and evil is not talked about no more. The woman got manipulated a long time ago on some bullshit and to fuck. That's what it was about, to fuck. So she got manipulated. All these people that's in the system, these sick ass motherfuckers, whether they fucking boys or a girl having orgies or at the Owl or the Rock or whatever the fuck they be doing, it's all this shit that they live in. If you cut out all of this, women don't understand the powers that they already have to even use this shit correctly. If you cut off all the pussy, ain't no fucking men out here fucking selling nickel bags or anything on any corner. Dudes sell nickel bags so they can get money, so they can get bitches. Dudes get the high corporate jobs so they can get money, so they can get bitches and buy a bitch a house and a dog and all that shit and Escalade and go on trips and all that shit. It all ends up to that. You got to break free from that, fellas, and start understanding about life and your worth and all that stuff. Fuck the Escalade and all that bullshit. You know, it's people live off of little to nothing in other countries, and we sit up here can't even decipher between why the south side of Chicago get shot the fuck up because all these little boys is raised by some chick. You can't say that because then we're wrong.
Right.
We're wrong because we said that, and that's the reality. All them little boys did not come from no 2-parent home. And I got this one dude at work arguing with, I came from a 2-parent home. I said, and you fucked up. Your daddy was an alcoholic or something. He had to be. Or your mother pushed him away or something. He had to be. I said, dude, you've been in and out of jail. Something is wrong with your situation. Your dad might not even be your dad. And I said, dude, I ain't trying to offend you or nothing like that. Don't look at your situation for, you gotta go further. Go further than that, dude. You don't have to sit up here suffering to please somebody that don't give a flying dog shit about you. Like Quest said, if a woman won't even approach you, she will never sacrifice anything in her life for you. She just won't do it.
Yep.
She just won't do it.
Let's wrap this shit up, dude. So, anybody got any last thoughts, man?
Yeah.
I got last thought. Look,
Go ahead.
because I'm sick of this
Hold
shit.
on, we just heard you, man.
No, go ahead.
No,
Big Country.
I'm about this is my wrap up.
Go ahead.
I'm sick of this shit. This is not hate speech. This is not hate anything. I don't hate nobody.
No, me neither.
If I see somebody getting in harm's way, dog, male, whatever the fuck, and I have the opportunity to say something, I'm going to say something.
Mm-hmm. Because we care, I think that from seeing these comments and all of that, let me just read one more from my shit. Laughing my ass off, Will. The fuck is that? The cognitive dissonance. And this is why women were not allowed to talk with men back in the day, because you don't do the shit right. I mean, it's kind of like you see somebody doing some shit and you do it too, but you don't know what's behind what you're doing.
Right.
Cognizant, what is it?
Cognitive
dissonance is when you have been presented the truth,
undeniable truth,
and you still
can't admit it.
Yeah, you won't accept it. You still want to roll with your delusion.
You're a compulsive
Now,
liar.
on the Facebook page, we have presented proof, articles, stats, people who have went ahead and said and testified. You know what I'm saying? So we get to say this shit. You don't get to come on our site and be like, cognitive dissonance. You don't do logic because we say that to you. We say that to you because you for real don't know what the fuck. You don't operate with logic. We know women do not operate with logic. And that's cool. That's nature. Okay? Yeah. But don't come in a men's circle and try to flip shit like you do logic. Like you know what cognitive dissonance is.
Yeah,
don't do that. Themselves. You look stupid. You look stupid as fuck. All right. Black women out here getting pushed out of school, same as you.
Really? Super serious?
Assaulted by the police is the same as you. Black women are now getting killed at the same rate as black men by the police. By this stupid motherfucker. Her name is Taj Danelle Sutton.
See, this is what I mean, man.
Tell her that she fucked up.
People like this obviously are not playing with the full deck, dude.
Hell no. So you know what? And it was about I banned like 50 motherfuckers today off the page.
You can't even respond to stuff like that.
Brothers tried to tell me, yo, you better get these bitches off your page, dog. And I was like, nah, man, they setting a good example. Look, we say this shit on the show every week, but people just be like, yo, they crazy. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. They hate women. They hate themselves. I was like, okay, so if we leave these examples on the page, they know exactly what the fuck we talking about. We're dealing with motherfuckers who don't deal with logic. All right? It was our fault. We were supposed to ban them from the first place. Now we're in Facebook jail. All right? This is not logic. This is when I went to ban everybody that said this bullshit about us. Guess what I saw? I saw a bunch of hair-headed hooligans with makeup on, bad wigs. Bitch, we can see your fucking wig is not the same color as your scalp. You fucked up. All right? We saw all that shit. We didn't even have to go to your page to see that shit. You brought us in that motherfucker. All right? So, yo, just to wrap it up, man. Listen, man. Nobody who you supposed to deal with or build a family with. Listen, if 80% of black children come from unwed mothers, where are they supposed to get the frame of reference of how to do family? They're not. So when we say this shit, these motherfuckers get offended. They get offended. So they feel attacked. So they need to feel like they need to attack us back. They say a whole bunch of homophobe epithets, racial epithets, and they call us faggots and they call us broke and they call us all of this shit. All right, because they're hurt. All right, you did it wrong. Okay, you did it really wrong, but it's cool. All right, go ahead. It's only cool if you sit up there and you figure out where you fucked up at and you make it right.
Yeah.
But if you sit up here and try to fuck
10,
up
15 times wrong,
you sit up here and try to fuck up everybody that told you that you fucked up, you a piece of shit. I'll say that shit in the camera. I'll say that shit every fucking day. You a piece of shit. If you can't change for the better, if you don't give a fuck if you see the black culture is suffering because there's no families anymore. If you see that in the 1960s, we were the most married families. If you see in the 1960s, black women were looked at as exotic.
Yep.
Black women were looked at as exotic, the same as Brazilian women, the same as Asian women. Right now, black women were looked at as the same, and you're not anymore. Nobody wants to fuck with you because you're loud and obnoxious and combative, and you don't give a fuck about family and all that shit. We came to you with some grievances and said, hey, look, if you change this, and that, we can raise the marriage rate. You know what they said to us?
Fuck that shit.
Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Yep, we got to get to the club before 11 so we get in free.
So what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Be miserable? Whenever we get with somebody of another race, y'all be like, oh, they taking all the good ones now.
They don't give a shit, man. They just think dude got
These
money.
motherfuckers is stupid as fuck, dude. I'm tired of talking about this shit. Y'all
No,
go ahead,
we-
man. That's it. That's it for Black Men Van. Yo, thank y'all for coming out.
Appreciate
tonight.
it, y'all, fellers. Please, questions,
yep.
comments, concerns, improvements of the show, anything, man, shoot it out, man, so we can know, get feedback is wonderful.
Yep,
Yo.
yep. But don't forget to hit that like button, man.
Yeah, hit that like button. I need y'all to kick in on the Facebook page because we're gonna be down for 30 days. And what's fucked up is that these fucking granimals is gonna be commenting and we can't reply to them. So we need y'all to come out there and defend BMV. All right. One thing we was fucked up about,
No doubt.
and why we stopped doing BMV the first time is because when we had 30,000 followers and we got clipped, nobody came to our rescue. Like, yo, out of 30,000 motherfuckers, ain't nobody a lawyer, don't nobody have no connections, no ties. That's what they said to us. That shit ain't true, man. So go ahead, man. If you don't want to give money, man, buy a t-shirt. If you don't want to give money, man, represent on the motherfucking Facebook page. We ain't here. Y'all should know by now. We ain't here to make no money, man. We don't give a fuck about no spilled milk. Yo, we need to get out of here, man. But yo, please support BMV. And we'll be back at y'all next week. All right.
Peace.
Thank y'all for coming out. Peace.
God bless you. Good night.
God bless you.